Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Did you guys forget about me today? Hello, Suan. Welcome. Thank you for your concern yesterday, but I'm fine. I'm doing good. All day water yesterday, so I'm doing good. Trevor Brown, greetings. Welcome. How are you doing, you guys? How are you guys doing? Trevor, have you been doing the fasting with me or are you going to do it some other time? Let me fix this. Okay, this is good. Okay, are you guys hearing me? So today is going to be my last day live streaming. It was a lot of fun. Um, and Today is going to be my last day of full fast. So I guess tomorrow, because since I eat once a day, I'm going to also fast all day tomorrow, Sunday. Today is April 7th, 2018, by the way. So they tell us. Doing fine still. Oh, you just started yesterday. So what are you doing? Is it all water or are you doing the lemonade fast? Oh, your first time. I wish you good luck. So set some goals and don't give up. When you feel hungry, then you drink some water or you drink that lemonade drink. Or you have some fruits. This is also fasting. You do some fruits, especially if it's the first time. Strawberries, blueberries, mangoes, and this would also help you to go to the bathroom, which is a good thing because you should go to the bathroom when you're fasting, especially the first 3 days. Water. Okay. Are you saying water and fast or just water for the whole fast? How long are you planning on doing the fast, Trevor? Yes. So I'm gonna be wrapping it up tomorrow. A mixture of both. Great. So this way you're not gonna fail. And how long are you gonna be doing it? A week or two? So what I wanted to say again, I wanted to reiterate what I said about water because when you're fasting, water is vital. So my suggestion is to distill water and water for every day. not just for fasting. Because when you drink spring water, you basically drinking rocks. Okay, for as long to reverse an ailment. Okay. So I wish you good luck. I wish you all the best, and I think you're on the right track. And then once you start, eating plant-based foods, then whatever is going on is going to be reversed. It has been shown time and time again that you don't need intervention. You don't need to go lay down in a hospital bed for weeks and weeks, and you don't need to be in pain, and you don't need to be suffering. You just have to switch to a plant based diet and exercise. So I wanted to read from this book, uh, Mr. Ehret's book. When he explains the secret of vitality. The secret of vitality. V equal P minus O. V equals P minus O is the formula of life, and yet at the same time you may call it the formula of death. V stands for vitality. P, or call it X, the unknown quantity in this question, is the power that drives the human machinery, which keeps you alive, which gives you strength and efficiency, endurance for as yet an unknown length of time without food. O means obstruction, encumbrance, foreign matter, toxemias, mucus. In short, all internal impurities which obstruct the circulation, the function of internal organs, especially, and the human engine in its entire functioning system. You can therefore see through this equation, right, V equal P minus O, that as soon as O becomes greater than P, the human machine must come to a standstill. The engineer can figure exactly E equal P minus F, meaning that the amount of energy or efficiency E he secures from an engine is not equal to the power without first deducting F, the friction. So you cannot have energy if you have friction or obstruction. The ingenious idea of construction of the ideal engine is to make it work with the smallest amount of friction. So our bodies, the less friction and obstruction we have, the more efficient we would be, the more energetic we would be, the more vital we would be. Should we transfer this fundamental and principal idea on the human engine, we see that involves the terrible ignorance of medical physiology, and that naturopathy found a true way of healing by removing, eliminating obstructions, that is, foreign matters of encumbrance, mucus, and its toxemias. Okay? So this is the main reason for fasting. You're fasting to give your body a break, especially if you're trying to transition into a plant-based diet, a more healthy lifestyle. So you're doing this to give your body a break and to remove toxins and to remove obstructions and friction. This is why you have to do the cleanse. You do the cleanse before you start the fast, and then you do the cleanse during the fast for at least 3 days. So by then, after 3 days, all of that stuff should be out. And then you continue the fast. And then after the fast, you continue to eat a healthy life, healthy food, and have a healthy lifestyle. This is basically it. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I have tried many times over 7, 8 years, And it's only within the last year that I really, really got serious and say, I cannot do this anymore. I have to get serious about my health because I don't, I have high blood pressure in my family. I have diabetes in my family. I have cancer in my family. So I don't want to go out like that. So this is why I decided to do this. And I hope that people will really, get the message out there. Each one teach one and help your fellow human beings because we are going down very, very fast. Yesterday, I gave you the statistics about this. We are going down very fast. So we need to do something. All right. So, what else, guys? Okay. Take care, Sue Ann. Take care. Have a great day. Trevor, it seems like it's just you and I. It's just you and I wasn't planning on doing more than half an hour today because I have to get out of here with my daughter. Have a busy day today, Saturday. I guess everybody's busy, shopping and whatever, running errands that they couldn't do over the week. The people who work 9 to 5. So that's it. I mean, is there any questions you have, Trevor, about fasting or about health and wellness? Any advice you need? I could read some more from this book here. On fasting. He says something on fasting here. No one else is coming on. I'm surprised. I thought that maybe during the weekdays I would have less people coming on. I guess I was wrong. He has something here on acute disease and chronic disease. The average normal man, considered healthy, has a chronic stored up accumulation of waste food, poisons, and drugs. When these latent disease matters are occasionally stirred up, for instance by a cold, he expels great quantities of mucus and feels unhappy instead of enjoying nature's cleansing process. If the quantity of loosened mucus is great enough to shock the entire system, more or less, but still not dangerous, it may be diagnosed as influenza. Hello, Sunray. You are on your 6th day? And hello, Elijah M. Thanks for joining us. What types of juices do you recommend for a juice cleanse? I mean, fresh oranges and lemon. Lemon, of course. Lemon, lime, and oranges. Lemons, lime, oranges. Not so much oranges, mostly lime and lemons. But if you do oranges, it has to be fresh. Fresh, oranges. Yeah, you're doing a 40-day fast and in your 6 days. So how are you feeling right now? And is it only water and is it your first time? Okay, let me continue. If the quantity of loosened mucus is great enough to shock the entire system, more or less, but still not dangerous, it may be diagnosed as influenza. If the eliminating work of nature digs deeper into the system, especially into that important organ, the lungs, so much mucus and poisons are loosened at once that the circulation has to work under great friction, similar to a dirty machine. Your second fast. So, you're a pro right now. Hello, Cheryl. Cheryl from Barrington, Rhode Island. Is it snowing in Rhode Island? It's crazy here. They said it was gonna snow, but thank God there's no snow. Um, where am I? Similar to a dirty machine, or for example, an automobile running with its brakes set. The friction produces abnormal heat, which is called fever, and the doctors call it pneumonia, which is really a feverish effort on nature's part to free the most vital organs from its waste. If the kidneys are called upon to eliminate this loosened mucus, thereby shocking this organ, it is called nephritis, etc. In other words, whenever nature endeavors to save a human life through her efforts to eliminate feverishly mucus and its toxic products, it is called acute disease. Hello, Green. Green is the new lean. I love your cooking skills and knowledge of food. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The medical profession has over 4,000 names for different ailments. The particular or special name of the disease is made up according to the respective local place of elimination or to the congested point where the bloodstream finds it difficult of passage and causes pain, such as pains in the joints, as in the case of rheumatism, for example. For ages, this well meaning effort and intended self healing work of nature has been misunderstood and suppressed through the agency of drugs. So, most times when you go to the doctor, they only treat the symptoms, they're not treating the cause. The cause of all diseases, like Dr. Sebi said, constipation and mucus. That's it. And constipation and mucus is what Eric is saying is obstruction and friction. So, in this culture here, under this medical system, they always treat the symptoms. They never get to the root of the problem because getting to the root of the problem doesn't cost a lot of money. It's very simple. Just say to the patient, go home and do a cleanse. Go home and take a laxative. When was the last time you went to the bathroom? And all of your problems will be over and stop eating flesh. And that's it. But they treat the symptoms. For ages, this well meaning effort and intended self healing work of nature. Self healing of nature means that you get a cold or you get a cough or you get a fever. That's what it means. Has been misunderstood and suppressed through the agency of drugs and the continuance of eating despite the warning danger signals of pain and loss of appetite, notwithstanding the help of the doctors, a help in fact injurious and dangerous to the patient's life. He's saying that doctors are dangerous. His vitality and especially his eliminating abilities are lowered and nature proceeds slowly. So instead of letting nature take its course, you suppress it by treating the symptoms. This is what he's saying here. Under this handicap, nature cannot work as efficiently, requiring more time, and the case is called chronic. And you hear this word a lot. Yes, I buy the bladder rack, and the sea moss. What was the name of it? Where is it? I have it here somewhere. The bromide plus powder. The bromide plus powder. It's and this is the where he has, I think, suggested recipe, I think, for this. Anyway, because people also give me a hard time about cinnamon. Cinnamon is from a tree. Here, the bromide plus. Hello, Nancy. Welcome. How are you doing? Yes, so he's saying basically you have to be careful with doctors, especially in this day and age, because all they do is treat the symptoms. And then the drugs that they give you, it creates more problems. I mean, listen to those drug commercials on TV every 2 minutes when you watch TV. Listen to the side effects. The side effects are worse than the disease itself. The disease that you have or you think you have. The only disease is constipation and mucus, which you can get rid of by fasting and cleansing. Right, under this handicap, nature cannot work as efficiently. There's nothing wrong with cinnamon, but cinnamon is not on Dr. Sebi's list, so this is why they give me a hard time about it. The word chronic is derived from the Greek word chronos, meaning time, right? So be very careful when you have. I visit the doctor's office mostly for my children for diagnosis, for testing. And then once I get the diagnosis and they run the test and they tell me what is wrong, then I go and I take my children's life into my own hands. I'm not leaving my life or my children's life into anybody's hands. We have to take responsibility for our health, especially now we know what is going on with the pharmaceutical industry. All of these drugs are poisons that will kill you much faster than the disease, the chronic disease that they claim that you have. How it looks in the human colon. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The doctors are there because they have the tools to do the testing. We don't have the tools at home. So we go there, we get the testing done, we hear what they say, we get the results, and then we go and we do it the natural way. It is of utmost importance that through our diagnosis, we must learn as much as possible the general appearance of the inside of the human body. Our diagnosis therefore consists in finding out the degree of quantities of individual waste matter of the patient. Experts in autopsy state they have found that from 60 to 70% of the colons examined have foreign matters such as worms and decades old feces stones. The inside walls of the over intestines are encrusted by old, hardened feces and resemble in appearance the inside of a filthy stovepipe. Well, this guy is talking, this is the 1920s, but nothing has changed, trust me. Oh, Suan, you're back, great. Oh, you're having a difficult time. Yes, I know hard habits are hard to break. You see, this is the thing. I was thinking about this morning. This is why I said do not put pressure on yourself. You know, some people can go cold turkey. Some people, it would take you months, weeks, years, right? So you cannot be too hard on yourself. As long as you have the intention and you keep setting goals and you do this step by step, eventually you're going to be successful. As long as you keep at it. And this is what you really want to do. This is your true intention. Intention is super, super important when you're trying to accomplish something. I had fat patients that eliminated from their bodies as much as 50 to 60 pounds waste and 10 to 15 pounds alone from the colon, mainly consisting of foreign matters, especially old hardened feces. So there are people who are walking around with a lot of weight, and most of it is just feces that's been sitting there for years since childhood. Hey, Biddily, is that Biddily Boo? Thank you. I started last Sunday. Last Sunday evening, I had my last meal, and I'm gonna end it tomorrow. So 7 days. Okay. But just understand, green is the new lean. That we've been doing traditional hybridization for thousands of years, and most of the food that we eat right now it's hybrid. Uh, yeah, so there are people walking around, and a lot of the weight, a third of the weight probably, is just junk in your large intestines. And it's been there since childhood. Think about it. Um, the average so called healthy man of today carries continually with him since childhood several pounds of never eliminated feces. One good stool a day means nothing. A fat and sick man is, in fact, a living cesspool. Think about that. A living cesspool. A distinct surprise to me was that a number of my patients in such condition had already undertaken so-called nature cures. So this is what you're trying to do with fasting and cleansing. Fasting and cleansing. You're trying to eliminate all of that waste, toxic waste from your body in order to be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle and to not get sick, to not get diabetes and high blood pressure, cancer, excuse me, and on and on. You're on day 2 of a 14-day, did a 10-day. Oh, last month. Oh, I don't know. It's like so close together. But if you feel you can handle it and this is what you need to do, then you do it. I mean, nobody ever died from fasting. I mean, not that I know of. People get very scared when they get hungry if it's the first time, or they start feeling pains, or they start feeling this some kind of discomfort. They get scared. But this is your body trying to push out the toxin. So you just have to go with the flow and deal with it and continue drinking the water. You know, you're not going to die. But there are people out there who would tell you that you're crazy. Yeah, they've been killing a lot of holistic doctors. They've been killing them. There's a whole list online of all the doctors that they're killing because they're bringing people the truth about health and wellness. Because if people would just wake up, if at least half of the people in America would just wake up, the pharmaceuticals, the pharmaceutical industry would go out of business. Great, great. And fear is your worst enemy. And everybody's afraid of something nowadays. There is no fear, you know, there is no fear. There's no reason to have fear. I am sitting here today and I'm feeling fine, and I haven't had any food except for that box of strawberries, which I keep talking about, that I had, which I still feel guilty about because I really just wanted to do the water fast. Since last Sunday, I've had what you would call a solid meal, but and I'm here. 50% holistic healers. Yeah. The only thing you really cannot live without for very long, not even for 2 minutes, is air. Even water you could live without for some time. But air, you cannot live without oxygen. So, what does that tell you? This is not anything frivolous. When people say to you, "Oh, why are you doing this?" and "This is crazy," say there's nothing frivolous about what I'm doing. I'm trying to heal myself by fasting and cleansing. That's what you need to tell them. This is not a joke. This is serious business. No, I've never tried dry fasting. Someone had asked. There was someone that came on the other day on the live stream and said that he did fasting for, I think, 12 days, dry fasting. And I thought that incredible. I don't know. I don't know. I've never done it, and I don't know if I'm gonna try it. You detoxing from process, exactly. Foresight thought. Yeah, and this is what I try to do with my channel to make meals that would allow people to stay on this diet, this lifestyle. Yeah, because this is what one of the doctors was explaining the other day in the movie, after the movie, that there is a difference between vegan and plant-based. Because you could be a vegan and eating just loads and loads and loads of pasta and cookies, right? Of course, with, you know, the non-dairy milk. So you're eating all of the same things, but it's non-dairy. And all of these things can clog up your system and create obstruction and friction. So this is the point. There are a lot of people who are walking around and calling themselves vegan, but they're not healthy. They're not healthy at all because of what they eat. And which this is the thing that I always say as well. I have there are a lot of things on my YouTube channel, a lot of recipes. I mean, I've given you guys a whole library, and there's a whole lot more coming. Some of the things I presented, those are not meals that you should eat every day or every week or every month for that matter. I gave you recipes that when you feel like having something, say, oh, I feel like having some macaroni and cheese. Oh my God. And I don't have a recipe for a vegan mac and cheese. What do I do? You can turn to my YouTube channel and it will be there. I'm not saying if I do the fried bakes, people also complain about the oil, that I use a lot of oil. And by the way, these doctors from that movie, Eating You Alive, they're totally against any kind of oil whatsoever. Even coconut oil, which I don't agree. I would never agree that coconut oil is bad for you. Um, they even said that coconut oil has, I think, 90 something percent saturated fat, and um, lard has 45%, saying that, implying that lard is better than coconut oil. I'm not, well, let me take that back. They're not saying that it's better, but when they do this comparison, they're really trying to drive home the point that coconut oil is not good. But I would never agree with that. Yeah, vegans is just as worse as opposed to plant-based diet. Yeah. Thank you, Sunray. Yeah. So by no means am I saying to eat these things every day. You know, I am giving you options that when you need to eat something, and you need to eat something that is vegan, and you need to eat something that is delicious, then you have my channel to go to. And this is why I spend so much time testing before I present something, because I don't present things just for the sake of presenting, and just put out slop there. I test and I retest and I make sure, because I don't want to put something out there and it looks good, but then when you out there, my subscribers and other people, when you make what I do and then it tastes like crap, you know, this is not good for me. What do you eat day to day in that case? I'm talking about the movie that I went to see on Thursday. If you watched my uh, video from yesterday, it's all up on YouTube. All of the live streams that I did since Monday is up on YouTube, so you could go and look back at everything. The the movie, it's called Eating You Alive. It's a documentary actually, where there are doctors and patients talking about how they recovered from their various diseases, from cancer to lupus, high blood pressure, diabetes, lost weight, on a plant-based diet. This is basically what the movie was about. It was a one-day showing all over the country. It should be out on DVD in about a month. But if you go on eatingyoualive.com or .org, I think, you would see they have trailers. They have trailers of the movie. Eating You Alive is the name of the movie. Yeah, so I eat once a day, and I drink teas, and I drink my lemon water or lime water during the day. And I'm so busy, I turn around and it's 5 o'clock, and I eat one meal between 5 and 7. And of course, I eat a lot of quinoa and salad, watercress, romaine lettuce, avocados, stuff like that. I eat a lot of hummus, falafel. I make my marinara sauce. I always have my marinara sauce on hand. I make my breads. And I think the reason why these doctors in that documentary that I saw on Thursday, oh, the only thing that's gonna stop my fast is your chickpea recipe. They're amazing. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. So I think the obesity rate is so high. It's I think it's 68.6. I don't have my phone here right now. I think it's 68.6%. It is so high, the obesity rate in America, that they decided, let's just say no oils. I think this is what they do. And this is why when someone tells you something, you have to, first of all, you think for yourself, you have your own mind, you do your own research, and you think about it and you see what makes sense. I mean, maybe I might cut down on the oil, but I'm going to use oil, and I am going to use coconut oil. Maybe the people who are super, super, super obese, maybe they shouldn't use any oil, but I don't need to not use any oil. You know, it makes no sense to me. That I totally disagree with. And they also said absolutely no nuts. The only nuts that only one of the doctors, all of them said absolutely no nuts, no nuts, walnuts. One doctor said walnuts. I'll give you walnuts, but that's it. Hello, Tony Montana. I'm doing a water fast. Well, this was my intention. And then I had some strawberries on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't remember. Um, yeah, and then after that, I've been having just water. And then I think I had some coconut water too. Yeah, that's about it. And some teas, dandelion tea. Because I finally got my dandelion tea the other day. So it's basically a water. You gotta be nuts to be eating nuts. That's funny. Well, peanuts, and peanuts, it's a legume. And what does peanut have in it again? Um, resin, sugar, oils. Resin, sugar, oils. I forgot there are two other ingredients. Doesn't make any sense. What about grapeseed oil? Grapeseed oil is fine. Grapeseed oil has a lot of antioxidants in it. I'm not gonna stop using oils. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I think these people made an executive decision because they have authority, and they figure, this situation in the United States is so dire. It's so bad. It's so bad with the obesity. It's so bad with these chronic diseases that let's just say to the people, absolutely no oils whatsoever. And I think this is crazy because olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, those are all great oils. Yeah. Yeah, continue using the oil as long as you do it sparingly. You know, you're not putting like a gallon of oil in your food, you know. When you use oil for cooking, you use three, four, five, no more than 6 tablespoons, which is not a lot, depending on what you're cooking and how much you're cooking. Maybe 2 tablespoons. So you finish your 3 day spring equinox. Okay, that's great. That's great. So if you watch my video from yesterday, I gave all of the statistics about the erectile dysfunction with the men. I think it was 52 or 53. I think it was 52% of American men erectile dysfunction. Thank you, Tony. Love your cooking. Erectile dysfunction. So they're not including the women who are unhappy with the 52% of men with erectile dysfunction. It's crazy. And when you think that it's just a simple thing of removing mucus and obstruction from your body, that you could get rid of this ED, get rid of the obstruction and friction from your body, clean out your body, and go to a plant based diet, and then you're going to be fine with that ED situation. Yeah, guys. So I think we're going to call it a day because I have to get out of the house in about an hour. I have to get ready. So it was really, really fun, really good having you guys. And I have some recipes in the pipeline that I have to edit and publish. I did another omelet because I think I could have done a better job, and I made some shiitake mushroom bacon because I have tried. You're welcome. I have tried all of the mushrooms for bacon, and the best um, faux bacon you can get is with the shiitake mushrooms. And I know shiitake, Dr. Sebi said all mushrooms except shiitake, and I don't know why, but I'm using it for the bacon because this is the best I've found in my testing for bacon. The portobello is the portobello mushrooms. It reminds me when I do it, when if you were the kind of person who used to like the bacon that is soft and fatty and not crispy, the portobello mushroom would give you that. It would give you that texture and that even the flavor. It's amazing nature. So, I have some recipes coming up. So, you know, avocado, potato, tomato. Okay, how much is it? Too much. The good oils for cooking is the grapeseed oil. Coconut oil, you don't cook. Coconut oil, you just put on your food and eat it like that. So if you have a hot plate of quinoa, you could just put some coconut oil on it. Like you eat it raw, you don't cook it. Um, Olive oil as well, you don't cook unless it's the light olive oil. But the extra virgin olive oil, you shouldn't cook. Um, Potato is very starchy. Tomatoes are fine, even though Dr. Sebi said that these things were artificial as well. Okra, tomatoes, cucumbers, but it's on the list. I eat a lot of avocados. Avocados is very fatty, very rich in omegas. Carrots, by the way, it's a 6 on the pH scale, but it's very, very starchy. But I guess it's fine. It's fine to eat. I personally don't eat it, but I don't know. It's fine. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Sue Ann. And have a great day, y'all. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the kitchen or on Patreon. Support me on Patreon. I'm going to be doing a lot of yoga exercises on Patreon. I'm going to be showing you how to relieve your joint pains and to squeeze out the toxins through exercises. And I'm going to be doing certain things on Patreon that I'm not going to be doing on my YouTube channel. Can't wait. Oh, London, Sunray, that's where you are. I have a lot of family there. I was there last August. My son and I was there. Were there. Thank you. Have a great day too. Biddly boo. Yeah, and those of you who are doing the fast next week or the week after, good luck, good luck. And I'll be thinking of you guys. And you can do the fast at any time. I choose to do it mostly in the spring. 2 years ago, I did it in August, but it's usually the spring. Every spring, I do a fast. You have to do cleansing, or just eat a lot of fruit. Maybe that's what you need to do. Kabul, Abdullah. There's nothing wrong with eating fruits, and maybe this is what you need to do. Eat just the fruit. And if you eat the fruits, of course, you wouldn't feel so hungry. So eat the fruits, and the fruits should push all of that stuff out with lots of water, and drink the lemon water as well. The lemon water would help to dissolve all of that stuff. You go to patreon.com, Politifeast, Patreon/Politifeast. Patreon.com/Politifeast. If you're really constipated, go to the health food store and ask them for a laxative, like an herbal laxative. I'm not an herbalist. I know Dr. Sebi. I know they sell a lot of things in the store. You can consult them. I don't want to really recommend anything. I mean, senna is very good for that, and castor oil and these things. I mean, this is what I was given as a child when I was growing up. Senna is very good, but you have to be careful with it. Yes, so if you really constipate, because the thing is, if you're fasting, people think that because they're fasting, that they do not have to go to the bathroom because they're not eating anything. That is not true. Because before you started fasting, you had a lot of stuff in there, and you had a lot of stuff since you were a child. If you were not eating right. So especially the first 3 days, you have to try and go to the bathroom. All right, guys. So that's it. It's 1:32. I need to get going. So I'll keep in touch with you guys. You guys have my email address. I put it in the description under these videos. KM Publishing at politifeast.com. If you have any questions. I'm going to be, doing little updates on Facebook. Maybe I do a little post tonight on Facebook, and tomorrow, Sunday evening, Monday, I'm going to be posting on Facebook what I'm doing to transition back into regular eating with my, consomme, light soup, very light, clear soups, consomme. You don't just get back into eating after fasting for so many days. All right, guys. So take care, and I'll see you guys at the stove. Oh, thanks for watching. Thanks very much for watching. All right, I really appreciate it. And thanks for your support on my channel. I love you too, Kabuli Abdullah. And take care of yourself. Good luck.